Season 2 of the Pat and JT podcast.
Oh man, I'm here at last. The best time, always gonna be the best. Come on!
Exclusively on the Hurrdat Media Network.
All right.
Oh my gosh. Truth in broadcasting. You look scared.
I am right now. My light is messing with me again. Hold on.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll talk about why you might think your light is messing with you in a second. First of all, we're not necessarily live. It's a Pat and JT Alive. We are alive. We are not live because I'm currently in Colorado.
Hopefully.
Well, yeah. I mean, in a perfect world, I'm in Colorado. That's the plan anyway. So it's technically Wednesday afternoon. So we are Pat and JT Alive, not Pat and JT Live.
This is like the latest. Well, aside from like going somewhere and being on location to do something, you know what I mean? But in the last 3 years, this is the latest we've actually recorded anything.
Yeah. Usually the sun's not behind me when we're doing this.
I have a bulldog.
Yeah, that you think your light is dancing around.
It's. I don't like the color, and I'm trying to adjust it.
Okay,
It
looks fine. It does look fine. It looks totally fine.
Okay, fine, whatever. I was trying to get ready before we're getting ready to go, and so I'm like making him wait, and he needs to go. It's like we got to get rolling. I'm like, just lipstick. Hold on, I got to put in lipstick, and I have my little tray here with my computer on it set up at home. So I found there was a particular color, and you'll understand, girls, you'll understand. There was a color I loved, and then it ran. I mean, I was scraping out the bottom trying to use it because they changed the formula, and so you couldn't get that color anymore. And I found another brand that's exactly the same color. This brand, and this is the color. Like for 20 years, this is the color. And I found it, so I bought 4 of them.
You need to buy a lot. I know.
I'm going.
Beth had that same issue with something called Animal Cracker. It was like a lip thingy, and they canceled it. She bought like 10 of them on Amazon because you can't find it anywhere now.
You can't find it.
There used to be a company that picks up the formulas of those kind of things that companies aren't making anymore, and they just start producing it.
They do. It's still out there. I've never tried it, and I was to that point. And I even tried because I don't remember, it was like number 140 or whatever. And they made 140A, and it's bullshit. It didn't even come close. I was like, nah, you screwed it up. You messed. I'm done with you.
Something different. Don't give me an A or anything. Just call it something different.
Exactly. Because it's not an A.
We're not idiots.
So this is my color. Whether or not y'all agree, I feel good in it.
It looks right now you're on a screen about the size of an inch. So it looks fantastic.
It looks awesome.
It looks so great.
Fantastic.
Earlier in this week, I was going to say something at the beginning of an episode, and we got distracted and got off of it. But I wanted to say this because there's speaking of inventions and speaking of people need to be more open just about information.
Really?
Yeah, just about in general. We've talked about this before. We're like on Omaha Scanner or whatever. I would like, if you're listening to a scanner, whatever, I would like there to be a follow-up channel where they can be, hey, remember earlier when we got this call? Well, the police showed up and this is what happened. This is why they were there and everything's okay. Just a follow-up. I don't like the loose ends.
Right.
In our neighborhood, we had, it was midnight right by our house, 3 cops, a fire truck, and an ambulance, people running around, lights and everything. And then they took off. And we know what the house is, like where they went, but I want to know what happened.
You haven't met those neighbors yet?
No.
Oh.
But like, I don't want to have to go meet the neighbors. I just want there to be a place I can go and find out like what's going on.
Okay. I get it though, because I do think they do need to wrap things up. If they're going to put it out there that this happened, I just want a little follow-up that this is what, and they don't have to give, details. Just,
no, I don't want names. I couldn't care less about names. I just want to know what happened just in general. Yeah.
That would be a good channel. You could have the what happened or how it ended.
Like looseends.net or something.
Loose ends. I think that's a great idea. We can go with that. That's good. Yeah. Let's see here. What else do we have? Oh, we have a guest that's going to be popping in with us here shortly. Actually, do we want to bring her in now?
Sure. Might as well.
I think we should. Hi, Sasha.
Mario's kind of just milling around here. So if his head pops in, you'll get to see a giant Great Dane, but now he's laid down, of course. Of
course. If you need him, as you call him to the stage.
Right. He's like, I gotta go.
So see ya. So you heard me talking about my lipstick?
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
No, because I don't ever wear lipstick.
Do you wear anything? Is there any color that you're like, I have to have this, and they quit making it?
No, I have really thin lips, so I stick with lip gloss if I'm gonna wear anything.
So, but even eyeshadows or blood? Jeez. Okay,
Well, and I'm a cheapskate too. So I'm like, oh, what's $2?
She's a basic B.
$2 thing.
basic B.
It's true.
Right?
Cheap.
It's cheaper that way. Hey, whatever. It's cheaper
That's
that
it.
way.
This is my one. I've got to have that one or screw it. It was either, never mind. So we're good to go. Where were we at?
Well, we got some text messages at 402-403-9478. We also got an actual OG card from somebody in the mail today.
Wow.
Look at that.
And so it's from Pam. It's a lot of reading. So I'm going to get going. It says, Dear Pat and JT, wanted to thank you both for the past couple of years of hilarious podcasts and what's been a couple of craptastic years for everyone. Thank you for all the laughs. I enclosed a couple of stickers I found on Etsy I thought you would enjoy. It says, of course, these are for you, JT. Team Rip.
Yes.
Oh.
And then I don't know what this means, but is this your cooler?
Yes, that's Rip.
That's Rip.
And the cooler, you got to watch the show and you'll understand.
Okay. I will watch the show and I'll remember that. So I'll put these on your
the crap out of me when that happened.
It
It was an awful way to go.
doesn't even sound scary.
Oh, it was a terrible way to go.
Okay.
So I'm just going to say that.
You'd
It
probably
says, JT,
scream.
these are obviously, what's that?
Said you'd probably scream.
Probably.
Oh, he would.
A basic B. Of course I would. So these are obviously for you, JT. Pat, I must apologize. I could not find Real Housewives of Insert City Here stickers. Don't worry, Pam. I'll send you a link. It's bravotv.net/store. It says, unless one of your favorite crazy drunk housewives, spoiler alert, was that Rip knows from Ozark, whatever. I don't know what that means. Instead of tipping a table over, I doubt Etsy will have any of those options for you. Well, then they don't know. They're not Housewives fans if they don't.
She's there's a lot in there. That is
a lot.
I like it.
And she said as soon as they do, she'll buy them for me. So I appreciate that, Pam. Keep up the hilarity. Great content. Here's to a less weird new year, Pam. That's super nice, Pam.
Fantastic. Thank you. Appreciate that so much. Big project this week. I'm just going to pass along. My cat got a new cat treat, or the cats did. I don't know. Can you see that? There it is.
Yeah.
Ooh. I put that together.
Wow.
75 pieces.
Good Lord. That thing's a like a
Condo.
high-rise condo.
It is. Benny fell off the third floor, just beneath the penthouse.
That just means someone's not planning on having any gentlemen over in the near future.
I've given up, Pat. I've just given up.
If you're rolling a
75-piece puzzle for my cat,
right? And Jack helped me put it together. So you know what?
Come on in, fellas.
I'm done. So we're good. And about that time, that's when something will fall in my lap and I'll be like, oh my God, get the cat tree out of the dining room.
No, what'll happen is a guy who has cat trees and likes your cat tree and has cats to add to the cat tree.
Yep.
Interesting.
That's what's going to happen.
That's what'll happen.
Interesting. Okay.
All
right.
Like ordering pallets of wet cat food to your house. Be great. Story made in heaven.
Cat food and vodka. Amazon order. Actually, that's gonna be the name of our podcast. Cat food and vodka.
Oh my God. If only it was that easy.
Right?
That's awesome. So there was that. Let's see here. What else do we have? Oh, we've got a couple of TikToks that we wanted to run by you. Sasha, we do this every Friday. We grab a couple, 3 of the more virally TikToks that are out there. And we have our cutting edge producer, Reagan, on it. So she knows where to look for the best ones.
She's great.
What's that?
I said she's great.
Yeah.
She's been fantastic. So what do you got, Pat?
Well, I don't know. And I don't know what these are. I'm just going by the title. And so watch the title, then we'll react. It says floating picnic table. So
This
I don't
is
know.
terrifying.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Great.
I've gotta get over, but I love you so.
Nope.
No.
Nope.
I'm good. You can have that.
Nope.
Nope.
Okay,
There's not
moving on.
Alcohol in the world.
Nope.
Nope.
I Frozen. That's terrifying. Okay,
Not
here
a chance am I going to do that one. So we're
This
going
next
to
one-
move on.
This one's called Singing Restaurant, and it's something about it looks like a Lincoln restaurant. Is it?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Here we go.
There's a restaurant in Lincoln, Nebraska, where the servers sing to you.
You should have heard him knock down jailbird sing, let's rock. Everybody, let's rock. Everybody in the whole cell block, they were dancing to the jailhouse rock.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
Very good. Very good. I like that one. I like that it's in Lincoln. That's good too.
Mhm.
All right. So the next one is more seasonal. And this is the giant snowman. And how tall do they say? 11 feet?
I don't know. Let's see. Here we go.
You know what they should have used for the arms is hockey sticks.
Oh, that would have been perfect.
Seriously, that's what I was thinking it was going to be.
Yeah.
But it's fantastic. It was beautiful. All
So
right.
when that melts, is it like when the pools collapse in your backyard?
You know what? When my neighbors moved in, my new neighbors that I have, they moved in like in January a year ago. And when they moved in, we had this huge snow in January-ish, maybe early February. They built the tallest freaking snowman, and it was there until, I swear to God, it was there until the end of March or April. It lasted. There was a piece of it still there. It was just like slowly melting. Took forever, but it was huge. They had ladders, and they were climbing up on ladders to put more snow up on top. And it ended up being not a snowman, but a little pile.
You know what's more fun than that is not doing that.
Anything but that.
Anything but that sounds more fun than that.
So along those lines, before we continue on and we get to the reason that Sasha is here, I want to mention, of course, our partner, Centris Federal Credit Union, and our Pat and JT's 2 cents worth. So I'm looking at the videos we just saw, and I'm thinking, hey, if you're silly enough to want to go hang over a river on a picnic table, they could probably help you out with that savings plan for your next vacation.
I've gotta get over.
Nope.
You know what? It's not for everybody, but if that's your can of worms that you want to open, yes, Centris Federal Credit Union is helping people start off the new year, learning how to budget, get rid of the unnecessary stuff, kind of clean out, do a little spring cleaning before spring even gets here, and start working on that savings. Start working on, maybe it's retirement, maybe it's college, maybe whatever it is, maybe it's a vacation, hanging over a river on a picnic table. So,
and who knows how much higher gas prices are going to go, and how much a loaf of bread's going to be in the middle of 2022. You might have to just be saving just to live and get
that's
by.
true. That is a good
Let's
point.
forget about eating a sandwich over a freaking gorge on a picnic table. Let's worry about just buying up food.
So with that in mind, Mr. Happy Pants, we're going to tell you to check out Centris Federal Credit Union. Pat's got the details of how you can check them out online or give them a call.
You can call 402-334-7000 or centrisfcu.org and just search. They have a great blog, very informative blog, easy to read blog. I wouldn't have read it if it wasn't easy to read. So it's a very easy to read, informative blog from Centris.
Exactly. They're great people.
They are.
All right. So the reason we're here with Sasha today, first, we're going to start talking about the fact this girl's got 2 podcasts that are rolling right now, and they're both doing fantastic. So let's talk about Mind Your Own Podcast first.
Yes. So Erin Sorensen, my co-host, who people may be familiar with from Hail Varsity / TikTok / the internet in general. She's everywhere. Just got back from her honeymoon. And so we just released our first episode of 2022. We're actually really excited for this year. We're going to have more guests on. We want to hear from people more on the topics that they'd like us to discuss. Just because we frequently have super important conversations that maybe people are aware of or maybe they aren't. But we're trying to, bring attention to some of the things that are in sports and sometimes not in sports. That
oh my God. You guys, this last year has probably been, there's so much from the name, image, what is it? NI.
Name, image, likeness, NIL.
There was that was going on. There was also, and I don't know if you guys have touched on it, but talking about some of the rulings in some of the states where they're allowing transgender athletes to compete against women, and there's definitely been some issues, and I get it. It's like that's something that needs to be kind of parceled out and talked about, but in a reasonable manner.
Right. We actually haven't covered that yet, but I'm writing that down.
Mm-hmm.
Something that we have talked about just in conversations between Aaron and myself of something that we definitely do need to talk about. This last episode, we discussed a topic it's pretty sensitive and it can be triggering to some people. But if anybody is into the TV show or Netflix series Cheer, there was somebody from season 1 that was very liked and got, pretty prominent in media and had some allegations against him. And
oh my God. Okay. I just came across that a couple of days ago and I was like, wait, that's been around a little minute, hasn't it?
I think it came out in 2019 was the first season.
It's intense.
Yeah. But
it's about cheer squads.
Yeah. Yeah. And then just kind of some of the parallels that happen between, cheer and gymnastics. And we all know some of the horrific stories that have come from gymnastics. Right. But just, topics like that are difficult conversations. Sometimes they make me uncomfortable. Sometimes they make Aaron uncomfortable as well. And sometimes we kind of fumble over our words, but we work through it together. And I think we're the two of us are better for it, but I think that we get a lot of good feedback that other people are like, wow, I hadn't thought of it that way. So
I like that you guys do this because it really is like friends, just as friends do, sitting around talking about things. We aren't all experts, but we do have opinions and we also have different perspectives about what we know. And also we have different information, and it's kind of like, okay, well, I didn't hear that before. And trying to get through it. So that's really good. It's really a good podcast, you guys. Yeah. It's really good.
It's a lot of fun. I didn't see it evolving we didn't really know. We were just like, well, we want to talk about sports, but we don't always want to talk about sports. And kind of the evolution over the last year or so has been fun and interesting. Mm-hmm. And I'm excited for 2022 for sure.
Well, congratulations. Fantastic show. You done good. And then you got this other little podcast. It's just, I don't know, man. It's just like, it's trucking along and and getting national recognition and
not just national, it's global recognition.
International now.
Well, it really is international because explain the other one.
So Meathead Test Kitchen is a fitness, nutrition, and mental health podcast that I do with my partner in crime, Sadie Gray. To start off 2022, okay, first of all, in the middle of 2021, we had a TikTok blow up. And then that kind of like springboarded us to like kind of the next level of where we were trying to get. We didn't think it happened that fast, but we gained a ton of followers on TikTok. And if you're not, we're at Meathead Test Kitchen on TikTok. But we got approached by Lauren Higgins, who writes for Yahoo Entertainment and Fitness, and asked us if we'd participate in an article. So that came out at the very beginning of the year. And then like 3 weeks later, we were told that we were one of 8 finalists for the best fitness podcast in the sports podcast awards.
Wow.
And right now we're sitting at number 2, which is mind blowing.
It's awesome.
It's crazy.
Isn't that great? I mean, that's seriously. And just so if you haven't seen it before, you guys do everything from, you cover mental health, you cover physical health, you cover food, you help people learn how to exercise correctly. I mean, and a lot of video content, a lot of content, period.
Well, and I think that the thing that's become most important to us through this whole journey together is like, one, there's a lot of misinformation out there. And so we're trying to present, fitness and diet, not just culture, but like actual health tidbits, if you want to call it that, in a way that's digestible for everybody. That makes sense. Like you don't, like our episode this week was like finding your peace, which basically was just about like being congratulatory of yourself and what your body can do, because everybody can do fitness. It doesn't matter if it's just walking every day, like it's for everybody. But then also not comparing yourself. Like that's what we covered this week. So it varies week to week, but it's super fun and we love doing it.
That's awesome. You guys do a great job. Obviously, a lot of other people like it too. But considering you're in second place right now, and when's the voting continue through to, is it March 1st, Pat?
March 1st. Yeah. And then they're going to announce the winners like mid-March. And the link is in our description. So you guys can go and listen, sign up to be a judge if you're a podcast listener, and listen to some episodes and vote.
And I might point out, when you listen, it's like a really good clip of your show and maybe several clips of your show. So it's a few minutes long.
I think it ended up, it's just under 5. It might be 3.5, 4. It's under 5 though. I remember that. I was like, I don't know what this is for, but I'm going to grab the best that stood out to me and we'll see what happens. Didn't think it'd be this, but I'm thankful that we even made it as a finalist. So yeah.
That's amazing. It really is. That's fantastic. Congratulations. And so when people go, they can get registered, and it's easy to get registered. We've all done it. And then you'll figure out how to get your vote counted.
Yeah, it's super easy. And there's a ton of other podcasts out there. Like I was like mind blown at how many different categories they have, but ours is the fitness category. And just as another plug for Hurrdat, there are 2 other podcasts on our network that are also up for voting as well for best college sports podcast.
There you go.
So,
yeah.
Preview and then Athletes Unfiltered, which
fantastic.
I may be a producer for one of those.
You may be a producer and that maybe and congratulations on that too. My God. So yeah. So we just want to help, see if we can help out, get some more votes put in there, and push you over the edge.
We'd appreciate it. Like I didn't, we were sitting at 3, like at one point we were 8. And so like, it's just been kind of crazy. Like we appreciate the support. And if you're thinking about getting into fitness, if you like talking about sports, but not all the time, and maybe some of the like raw, crappy parts of sports, like Mind Your Own could be for you too. So
that's true. And if you like to cuss about sports.
Yeah.
You guys are cussy.
Yeah. Meathead Test Kitchen specifically is very cussy.
Yeah.
I think the first episode of like 20 F-bombs.
Not surprising.
All right, Sasha, thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. We appreciate it. And because it comes out Friday morning at 9:00 in the morning. But regardless, we really appreciate you jumping on. We'll get you again before voting ends.
Yeah, for sure. Thanks for having me. I appreciate it. It's been a while.
I know. You got to do this more often.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Thanks, Sasha.
Thank
Cool.
you.
And thank you guys for listening. And you can text us at 402-403-9478. You can also get on our social media. It's Pat and JT. Go visit Centris.
Yes.
.org.
The lighting really sucks.
And check the description for the link to vote for Sasha's podcast. You guys, thanks for listening to Pat and JT Alive.
Pat and JT Podcast, a Hurrdat Media Production.